I'm ready to start doing the scenery on the rest of the layout, but before we do that, we need to get this bridge in its permanent position. In order to do that, we need to make some modifications. So if you guys are interested in seeing what modifications I make, stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes. Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Vinny Built Structures video. Wow, it's been a long time since I said those words. Anyhow, you guys know, if you've been following my Major Changes videos, that I've been doing scenery up in that area. For now, I need to continue it around that area. But, in order to do that, I need to take care of that bridge right there. So this video is going to be about how I did modification to that bridge. I don't know if you guys have been checking out the end caps or end screens that I've been putting up. You guys should check them out because I put up some really cool layouts for you guys to check out. So help these guys out. Take a look and see what they got going on. Finally, again, I would like to thank all you guys that have been supporting my channel. It's much appreciated, and I would hope that you continue to do so I can keep producing the content you see in my videos. Anyhow, for now, that's all, so let's get on to the video. We'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, one thing I forgot to mention, at the end of this video there'll be a special video for Mr. Roy Smith. His channel is N-Scale Union Pacific Evanston Division. If you guys haven't checked him out, give him a check out and you'll be amazed at what he's got going on. Anyhow, Roy had asked me to do a video on how the AR1 reversing unit works. I tried to get it to him on a private basis, but for some reason or another it wouldn't work via email or via Facebook or whatever, so I decided to add it to the end of this video. So Roy, pay attention at the end. You'll see that it's not really a hard system to hook up to your layout. Anyhow, that's it for now, so let's get on with the rest of the video. Alright guys, as you can see, the bridge is just suspended there in midair right now, and my original thought was to build a couple of piers like I do at the other bridge. And then this one would go here, and then there'd be two more on this side. I wanted the effect of one shorter than the other. Anyhow, I didn't like the way these looked right here, so we are going to make some modifications. What I'm going to do is build my own towers, and I'm going to use closer to scale material than these microengineering are. So the first thing we need to do is pull the bridge out and take these guys off, put the bridge back in, and then take measurements to see how tall I need to make my towers. Anyhow, let me get going with that, and I'll bring you back in a few minutes. Alright guys, now that all the old tower work has been taken out, we'll start doing some measurements, and I'm using the metric system for this because it'll be a lot easier for me to read. And it looks like on this one we have 137 millimeters. Anyhow, let's move on to the next one and we'll see what's going on with that. Alright, the second measurement is going to be 135 millimeters. Let's go on and measure the last two, and then we can start putting this stuff together. Alright, the next measurement looks like it's going to be 33. So we'll see how that works out here in a minute, and we'll do one more measurement, and then we'll get down to the workbench and we'll start doing what we need to do. Alright, and our final measurement looks like 132. Actually looks like 133, but we'll make it at 132. Anyhow, now that we got our measurements taken care of, we can go ahead and start cutting up some parts and putting these towers together. Anyhow, I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, the next step I'm going to do is to make a template, as you can see that I've done here. At the bottom we have 63 millimeters from here to here, and at the top we have 20 millimeters. That's where the bridge actually sit. And then according to my measurements that I just took, I transferred them onto here. So all I need to do now is lay some parts out on here and start putting the tops and bottoms and the cross members in. and we'll see how that works out. So give me a minute to get set up here, and I'll bring you back. Alright guys, these are the materials I'm going to start with. As you can see, number 274 I-beam, and it's by Evergreen. And also I'm going to be using these H-columns by Plastruct 90541. So, with that being said, I think we'll go ahead and start cutting this stuff out. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we're going to start with the tallest one first, and as you can see, I have had my extra helping hand here, which is called masking tape. It does have other purposes besides just masking something off. Anyhow, I'm just going to take my X-Acto blade, and I'm going to follow this line right here, and I'm going to cut it on the same exact angle, so when it sits on the ground, it'll be sitting square. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and take this guy, and just go ahead and rock them over, and then I'm going to do the same for the other side. Okay, and then we're also going to do the same for the top. And there you go. First two pieces are cut out. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my bottom and my top cross members, and then I'll fit the other two inside of here. Anyhow, for the bottom and top I'll be using the same. For the internal ones I'll probably use the same material as this, but when I do my X bracing I'll be using the Plastruct product. Anyhow, let me go ahead and measure this out, and we'll get this going. Be right back. Alright guys, what you're looking at now is the first tower that I did. I actually did two of them. This is the tallest one, and I did the shortest one. Now I need to do the two middle ones. Also down here, you notice that I put the first cross beam up about, it's approximately 5 scale feet. And what I'm going to do with that is, hold on, see if I can get this on here. This little tube right here, I'm going to use that as a concrete footing, and it will slide on just like this. See? Pull it off and just push it on, and it'll go all the way down to the bottom, and then also this will give me the opportunity to make any kind of adjustments that I need to make. Anyhow, that's the first one I did, and it matches up to the template that I put together. And then here's the second one that I did. And as you can see, it lines up perfectly with the marking that I have. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and make the other two, and we'll see what these look like under the bridge. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a little while. Alright guys, there's number 3. Just need to do one more and then we're going to take it out and see if it fits underneath the bridge, and if it does, then we need to put all the cross members to make these like a little cage, something similar to this, as you can see it. Anyhow, let me continue on this and we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, now the trick is to get this puppy off of here without any of the parts coming apart, because it is kind of glued down to the base that I got here. I should have put some wax paper over it, but I didn't think about it, and now it's kind of like a little bit too late. So basically, just taking my chisel, see what I mean, this one here just broke off. I can fix that when I get it back. Basically, I just take my chisel and work it underneath until I get them all loose, and then I got to do the centers also. Gently does it. Slow and go is the way to do it. And there you go. Just need to re-glue this one that came off of here, and we'll be good to go. Anyhow, one more to go, and then we're going to make another jig to try and put this together as a complete tower. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a few. Alright guys, so this is the start of the bridge towers that I'm building. As you can see, they all fit, and I also have the footings down here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let's see if I can get in there. Now those are just painted silver right now. They had another purpose in life, but they will get painted in a concrete color. And also on those are the same thing. The only thing I'm having a problem with right now is they're all a bit loose. But I'd rather have them loose than tight, because all I have to do is just like I did right there. Is add a piece of 5,000 styrene under it, and it tightens it right up. Anyhow, let's see what other kind of trouble we can get into. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, in my last clip I told you I was going to make some sort of a jig to put this tower together and try and keep it as square as possible. So, this is what I came up with. And what I did was, I don't know if you can see it, but I drilled 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and my stanchions will fit right in there, and then I'll be able to put my cross beams in here. Unfortunately, I will not have enough material to finish either one of these towers. I have to wait until I can get out to the hobby shop and pick some up, but other than that, we can continue on this one. As you can see, that it's square right there, and, well, I should say plumb, and it's plumb right there. Anyhow, so what I would do with this now is I would take my towers and I will put them in the holes that I have done. They fit with the concrete bases on them. They fit in there. Well, they used to fit, at least before I did the video. There we go. Get it all the way down, and then once I put my once I start putting the cross members in here, it'll push it back and keep it straight up and down. Anyhow, I'm going to put the other one in, and we'll start doing this. So stay tuned, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Alright guys, what you're looking at here is the first tower completed. I actually ran out of material on the cross beams. I had to improvise and use a regular piece of styrene in there. But anyhow, looks pretty good, I think. Of course I'm biased, but anyhow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and get this spray of black paint, and I'll show you pictures of the color of this bridge, the prototype bridge. It's actually pretty rusted out. So anyhow, let me see what I'm going to do here. I'll go out and shoot this up with some flat black if I have any left, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So give me a few minutes and we'll be back. Alright guys and gals, here's the finished tower number 1 for Little Hell Canyon bridge. As you can see, it's all painted up. It looks pretty nice to me. The only thing I need to do on this right now is to paint the footings. Sorry. Yeah, the footings. So I'm going to paint those. I have the aged concrete. I might do it in that, or I just might do it a gray and then weather it up. This bridge is heavily weathered, so we're going to have to do that when we get it all together. Anyhow, I hope the other bridge gets done before I post major changes number 32, which will be coming up soon. Now that I have this done and I know where it's going to sit, I can start doing some more scenery up there. Alright guys, I don't know if you're going to see the difference on the footings for this build, but I did paint it, and what I used was this granite gray as the base color, and then I did a dry brush with this warm buff. Anyhow, I think it looks good, and when it gets weathered it'll look even better. Anyhow, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this video, and as always, your questions, comments, input, subs, shares, and likes are always welcome. For now, that's all folks. BNSF 6951 out. Okay, Roy, I decided to do a one-on-one video for you on the reversing loop that you asked me about. Anyhow, what you're looking at right here is a jacs AR1 reversing unit. And as you can see right here, you have inputs and outputs. I'll give you a quick drawing of how you would hook this up and how it works. So here we go. Alright, you're looking at in front of you right now is a simple drawing of a reversing section. What I mean is, anytime you have a track that comes back on itself like it does right here, you will have a short right here if you don't do the AR1 reversing unit. Anyhow, you would have to insulate here and insulate here. These are your bus lines right down here. You would do your normal wiring up to this point, and then you would have to take the AR1 and take your bus line and go into the AR1 and then out to this section right here. And how it works is, when the locomotive is coming here, or a lighted passenger car or whatever, as soon as this senses an amperage draw or a voltage drop, it'll automatically take the polarity and reverse it. So when you get back to this point right here, the polarities will be the same. It's very simple, and I think the unit is not very expensive. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I think it was like less than 15 bucks, maybe 20 bucks at the most. But anyhow, if you have any questions, I'm going to give you my email address, and you'll be able to contact me personally if you'd like, and I will give you more information if you have any other questions about this. Anyhow, I hope this helps you out, and I'm glad to do it for you. Anyhow, we'll talk to you later. Bye for now.